What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including breaking news as Saraya leaves AEW, Drew McIntyre saved Saraya, a video surfaces of a female fan harassing CM Punk, uproar as Gail gets fired from TNA Wrestling, Finn Balor's shockingly sad statistic, Ric Flair confirmed for WrestleMania 41, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at breaking news as Saraya leaves AEW. Now, top of today's news is a look at breaking news by current AEW star Saraya, who just informed viewers tuning into our first episode of our podcast that she is leaving AEW. I'm here to tell you that me and AEW's relationship has come to an end. I had an amazing time there. There's no bad blood between us. I had such a magical time. As Saraya felt that she did not fit in with the promotion right now, putting no blame on Tony Khan. She also went on to mention that she enjoyed her time in the promotion and didn't rule out a return. But is she coming back to WWE? Well, Saraya is currently making numerous media appearances as she promotes her new book, Hell in Boots, Clawing My Way Through 9 Lives, and recently appeared on Booker T's Hall of Fame podcast, revealing she hasn't ruled out a WWE return if the circumstances are right. I love WWE and I don't have any negative feelings towards them. I mean, they raised me, they saved me a lot, I appreciate them so much. The idea of going somewhere else was only because of the potential of my brother being there was a big thing. I just wanted him to be a success in wrestling, but I love WWE. Now, you may recall Saraya left WWE in 2022 after then WWE exec John Laurinaitis informed her that WWE wasn't renewing her contract. However, Saraya revealed in a 2023 interview with Inside the Ropes that Triple H, who had recently taken over creative following Vince McMahon's short-lived retirement in 2022, was misinformed and believed Saraya had left on her own accord. She subsequently signed with AEW, but the game made it clear that she was always welcome back. As for whether she'll take up Hunter on his offer, she said, "I would absolutely. If there was something that they needed from me which was exciting, I would definitely go there. That would be silly not to, I feel. So yeah, if there's an opportunity to do something fun, hell yeah, I'll jump on board." You could be certain WWE will have some great dream matches lined up if Saraya returns, but do you think she will? Next up, Saraya claims that Drew McIntyre saved her. Saraya's recent release book apparently includes a passage where she mentions former WWE World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre saved her when she was just a teenager. A fan tweeted about the passage in the book saying, "The part about Drew in the book had me tearing up, not gonna lie." This led to Saraya replying, "For context, Drew McIntyre saved me from not a good person when I was 14 years old. Hell of a human, hell of a friend." Next up, Orlando bids for huge WWE PLEs. There's a report that officials from the Greater Orlando Sports Commission are looking to raise $80 million to bid on several future WWE events. According to the Orlando Business Journal, the commission wants to bid on 4 WWE shows, including WrestleMania 47. Inside the Ropes summarized the shows Orlando is seeking out, saying, in 2026, either Survivor Series in November or Saturday Night's Main Event in December at Kia Center. In 2027, a pay-per-view with UFC in August or September at Kia Center. In 2028, Royal Rumble at Camping World Stadium in February 2028. In 2031, host WrestleMania in mid to late April, with Camping World Stadium serving as the main venue and Kia Center also hosting events during WrestleMania week. A HUD noted that it's expected that Raw and SmackDown will be held in the area. Orlando will likely have plenty of competition as WWE is currently a hot ticket. Add in the interest from international venues to get WWE PLEs, including Big Four events like WrestleMania, and the bidding process could price WWE out of all but the largest cities. Next up, a video surfaces of a female fan harassing CM Punk. Now it's time for another case of a fan not knowing boundaries, as seen by a recent video footage of a fan harassing CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. A Ringside News detailed what happened during a live event in Nottingham, England, saying, while Punk was attempting to take a selfie with several fans, one female fan crossed the line by getting too handsy with him by rubbing one of his shoulders. They then reported that Punk allegedly warned the fan what would happen if she did it again. "I'm gonna punch you in the face." And the report added that Cody Rhodes also encountered the same fan, but he managed to avoid her getting too close. A fan also managed to capture another angle of the incident, and Punk really does look pissed off. Next up, uproar as Gail is fired from TNA Wrestling. Now, there's several shakeups at TNA Wrestling, chief among them longtime employee and wrestler Gail Kim. Kim, a former wrestler who became a well-respected producer in TNA, is now gone, with Sports Illustrated reporting parent company Anthem sent out a company email that noted the TNA wrestling leadership changes. In addition to Kim, Senior Vice President of Content, Distribution and Marketing Ariel Schnerer was let go, as was Chief Revenue Officer Rob Klingman and Michael Shuchenko, who was on the digital team. TNA Wrestling has released many personnel following a change in management. While it's not uncommon for a new leader to shake things up, Kim's departure is the real shocker. As journalist John Albert tweeted about Gail Kim's exit, saying, "One of the top TNA talent tells me they believe Gail Kim is a major loss, especially for the women's division. This is an echoed sentiment across those I've spoken with so far. Most believe her departure will have a significant impact on the company more than any other." Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp also had his opinion on Kim's firing, saying, "Firing Gail Kim is one of the most baffling decisions I've seen in a wrestling company make from a personal standpoint. She's one of the most respected people in wrestling and an instant in to have a conversation with almost any talent you want because of the respect she carries. Pro wrestling is desperately lacking female leadership and influence in creative, talent relations, booking and agenting roles." Whilst this is speculation, some fans question whether TNA's partnership with WWE has led to some or all of the recent releases. Sean Ross Sapp also detailed the backstage reaction to the TNA firing, saying, "Over a dozen TNA talent reached out to Fightful regarding the news of Gail Kim's firing, which was met with shock, disbelief, and anger. It was a unanimously unpopular move based on those we spoke to, with at least one talent said that it made the decision for them to not remain in the company when their deal was up. There were others that told Fightful they were scared for their jobs." Sapp also reported on the possible reason behind her firing, saying that Gail Kim had been very outspoken creatively and would sometimes butt heads with people in control. They went on to say that we're told that Kim was very direct about her complaints when she felt like things could have been handled better or more professionally. Now, since Gail Kim has no non-compete clause, she can actually appear in another wrestling promotion even tomorrow. Which promotion that may be, AEW or WWE, will be interesting. What do you think of TNA firing Gail Kim? What do you think is next for her? Next up, a STARDOM Superstar signing with AEW. AEW's women's division is about to add a top name as STARDOM wrestler Mina Shikawara recently announced that she's headed to AEW after she wraps things up on STARDOM on March 31st. The video was translated from Mina saying, "I, Shirakawa Mina, will be joining AEW. This marks the start of my challenge to compete on the world stage, which has been my goal since my debut." Now, this won't be her first appearance in All Elite as she has previously competed there. However, it appears that now she'll be a regular in AEW, which could mean a shakeup in the title scene. But there could also be a big shakeup in the AEW women's division, as a top AEW talent may be coming to WWE. Could former AEW Women's Champion Mariah May end up in WWE? A new report from Fightful Select notes that wrestlers, staffers, and management believe that May's AEW deal ends sometime this summer. AEW has pushed the 26-year-old hard, which suggests AEW may have an option to renew her contract, but if not, don't be surprised if WWE does its absolute best to bring her in. Next up, Swerve Strickland reveals the real reason why Hit Row was released from WWE. While budget cuts were one reason given, Swerve Strickland believes that someone in Hit Row really upset WWE management backstage, which hastened the faction's departure. Swerve recently chatted with Vlad TV describing what led to some backstage heat on himself and his faction mates. Apparently, one of the members of the group they complained at the office because he was calling, asking her for her flight, what's going on? They're like, "We can't disclose that information to you." He's like, "What?" He started getting aggressive on the phone, apparently at Titan Towers. This led to a meeting with WWE Kingpin Vince McMahon, with Swerve explaining what happened. "So we're meeting with Vince. We have to talk to Vince about this because he was apparently upset with it." He was like, "First off, that's none of your business. You're a talent, you do this. You worry about what you do. Don't worry about anybody else, even if it's in your group. You worry about what you do. That's how we do it here. That's a respect thing." And while things initially appeared to be settled, that apparently wasn't so, because a faction was then released. Swerve moved to AEW, making his way up the ranks until he captured the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. As for the rest of Hit Row, they returned in 2022 with a very weak push, and remember Top Dollar was released in 2023. Next up, Finn Balor's shockingly sad statistic. Has WWE given up on pushing Finn Balor? While Finn has been a prominent figure on TV since joining the Judgment Day, WrestleFeatures recently revealed Finn's woeful win-loss record in WWE. Between September 2023 to now, Finn Balor has won just 2 singles matches in WWE. It seems that this is why Finn Balor has been given the nickname Pin Balor. Do you think Finn can recover from this? Next up, Ric Flair confirmed for WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41's John Cena vs Cody Rhodes match for the Undisputed Championship just got a little more interesting as Nature Boy Ric Flair has revealed he'll be in Las Vegas for the 2-night spectacular. Flair has a vested interest in the match as Cena looks to win a 17th World Championship, which would break the record he and Ric Flair currently share. Flair also discussed Cena's boast that once he wins the 17th World Championship, people will forget the name Ric Flair. They've been trying to get rid of the Woo for 50 years. The Woo ain't going anywhere, and neither is Ric Flair. The dirtiest player in the game told TMZ Sports he's glad he's alive to see the match, and he praised Cena's recent heel turn as it was the coolest thing they've ever done. Flair previously hinted at doing everything to stop Cena from breaking his record, but whether the Nature Boy gets involved in the match remains to be seen, but it seems unlikely as it's doubtful the 76-year-old great is cleared for any physicality. And finally, Jey Uso wants a special escort for WrestleMania 41. And last but not least, Jey Uso is set to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41, but it seems that he wants a big star, or two big stars, to escort him to the ring at WrestleMania, either Cardi B or Sexy Red. Sexy Red actually replied to the tweet saying, "Y'all tell Jey Uso, I'm there." But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.